Hey, good morning everybody out there in WLUW listening land. Welcome to another edition of the Live from the Heartland Show. This morning you're stuck with Katy Hogan and Michael James, and we're glad to be here. We're going to have a really nice show. We're going to have Professor Dr. Simmons is coming on the show. We're going to have Tracy Bame talking about the Illinois March on Springfield, the Women's March, and we have Sophie Wingland and Amanda Loungesk. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. We'll get closer on it later on. And they are from Harmony, Hope, and Healing Choral Group. They go into shelters and to the county jail and sing music, gospel music, I believe.
All kind of music.
So we got a lot of stuff going on. Our co-host and producer Tom is off for the day.
He's off, messing
We hope
around.
he's having a great time.
Yeah, we do. Everyone should know, today's a day to be outside. It's going to be sunny all day and very nice weather. For your activist needs, today is the Protect Rogers Park Rapid Response Training at Living Water Church. It will start shortly, 9:45 this morning, and go right up till about 3. This is for folks who know that they want to be allies, full tilt boogie allies, to those neighbors of ours threatened by the executive orders of number 45. So that's this morning, right now. That's the Protect Rogers Park Rapid Response Training. And then after that, getting money out of politics is the theme at Reclaim Chicago's event at Wild Hare this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Their guest is Ben Cohen of
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's, right, Mike?
Now, I remember when the Ben and Jerry's truck came around to the Heartland. I don't think Ben and Jerry were with it, but
No, they weren't, but
there was a beautiful
was a lovely
Airstream
ring.
painted, and they had a
cow.
Thunderbird from Texas, like a 55 Thunderbird.
Pulling it.
No, just with it. I don't know. It was the Ben and Jerry traveling push the ice cream show.
That's the part I would never have remembered. But the thing that he just.
Well, I
said.
ordered the ice cream for the
So,
store.
We should say to folks that some things have happened that are probably the results of the resistance. White nationalist Steve Bannon was removed from the NSC this week. I guess we're supposed to be happy about that. I'd like to be.
Well, I'm not so sure how we're going to get. Like someone said, a prominent congressperson said, "Get ready for President Pence." So that whole shift. Even if we remove Bannon and all those things, I think we've got trouble down the line with whoever is in there for a while.
No question about it. No question about it. I'm actually not pushing for the Pence presidency. And we also have that guy, Congressman Devin Nunes, clunkhead
from
extraordinaire.
Stockton, California, I believe.
Clunkhead extraordinaire, recused himself from the Russia-Trump campaign investigation since he was becoming part of it. All right, in Belfast they have something called the marching season, and it's not about brass bands. It's about
Political struggle.
It's about political struggle. The haves and have-nots, the people who have been at each other's throats forever. Hopefully we won't go that far, but the marching season has definitely arrived here in the U.S. on April 15th. There will be a tax march. On April 22nd, the Science March we've talked about before. On April 25th, you're going to hear about the Women March in Springfield, which is a midweek march on Tuesday. And then, of course, the big one is the People's Climate March on April 29th, which will happen everywhere as well as D.C.
And even bigger, maybe.
Even bigger, probably, the May Day Immigrant Rights March. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, I was leading up to that.
Yeah, that was... In Chicago, that was the biggest a few years back when everybody marched on May Day for the first time. I love that the immigrants have taken it over. What else? So I'm going to march. Are you going to march, Michael, at any of these things?
Yeah, my, those who don't know, I did fall off a truck 6 months ago, and I'm healing and doing, I'm back in the gym, so I'm walking much better, and I'm looking forward. I did go to the Women's March. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot of marching in the rest of my life.
Well, okay
So there.
then. I know that you are growing in awareness of the expanding Democratic field in the gubernatorial. Michael.
Yes.
And what do you think? What do you think? I know you're a Biss guy.
Well, I do like Daniel Biss a lot. He was a guest on the show, and I had met him back when I was still the president of the 49th Ward Democrats. I think he has a lot of potential. He knows the ins and outs. I think he has a really nice personality, kind of a Lincoln-esque character to him. And I think it could be a race of Daniel versus the Goliaths. That would be Daniel versus the two billionaire types, which would be Kennedy and Pritzker. And there's also Pawar, who is very serious about it and a progressive guy.
Yeah, Pawar was the first one.
Yeah, so we could end up having a little bit of, we'll talk about this later, I think, with Tracy Bain is on.
Yeah.
But I think there could be, you know, I don't mind that the billionaires go at each other. I want to be careful how the progressives, the candidates go on together. We'll talk more about that. But gubernatorial race is the next big election on our agenda in Illinois.
Well, it is. And just so people remember, there are special elections going on, including there's one this Tuesday, oddly enough, in Kansas. The Democrat is James Thompson, and evidently I get these notices that are actually very annoying, but we won't go there now, about please send money quickly because the Republicans have just discovered this race that they could lose. Anyway, for those of you, and I'm one of them, who are kind of geeks about this stuff, this Tuesday in Kansas, a potential to win a Democratic congressional seat for James Thompson. And of course, we're still backing John Ossoff in Georgia, the 6th congressional district there. And that race, I think, is a week from Tuesday. But that one's a real important one. So
there's also a race coming up in Montana, and I am looking for the...
Testa?
No, I'm blocking the guy's name. Hold on. He's a country singer
who
is very popular in Montana.
Right.
And I think he is leading.
Yeah,
because, you know, Montana only has one congressional seat. And their congressman now is headed by, what is it, the EPA, or... He's not the worst of the Trump appointees.
Okay.
So
we'll
this
get
is an open
his name
seat.
and we'll talk more about that when we've got full information. I actually mentioned his name a couple weeks back because I liked the notion that a cowboy singer is running for office out there in Montana. I like him to win.